Alright, so as far as things are concerned, I'm not even sure if my voice is going to pick up, in all honesty. This car is loud, but I'm still brainstorming about small business ideas. I mean, the weed one is quite saturated and I'm not too familiar with it, but also the mental health related stuff is very self-help related. And then the techie stuff actually does get a whole lot of views. And it's something that I'm pretty familiar with. So I'm thinking if I really wanted to really make a website that was very valuable, I would probably go the techie route, honestly. I've made some repair videos. I remember I had that ZD700 or ZD7000. I think it was 7260 HP 17-inch laptop, or portable desktop, whatever you want to call it, with that full keyboard with a number pad. I had the Asus G73 SW, the Best Buy version for the gaming laptop. That the repair for the well, I didn't do a video for the repair for the trackpad, but I did a video for the repair of the graphics card. I never got the CPU repaired. Sold it for some cash. But some other ideas, some other cash-related ideas that actually worked pretty well for me was when I got involved in some sorts of research. So that works too, you know, but it's just hard because the cost of living is pretty high. I mean, where I'm living now, with the exception of the cold and the heat and the noise, either from the workers with the loud compressor, and Caesar's saying he needs $5,000, not from me, but in general, if he wants a quieter system of machinery, it's gonna run him $5,000. So there's that issue. And then the other issue is that I can't really afford to live anywhere else, and I'm having trouble not having payday loans, as well as the fact that my credit's all effed up. So I think what I haven't done, I mean, I need to just do this step by step when I feel like it. So my next step really is going to be calling or opening up the website to apply for that loan through my retirement, since I finally paid off that first loan. I'm going to take out a new one, get my driver's license back reinstated once I get to the court and pay it all off right then. Then I'm going to start doing either delivery driving or some sort of a task where I can actually work. I don't really have a workspace, so I don't really know if there's a way I can rent a workspace. And even if I could, I can't live out of one. Well, not right now anyways. Wow, it's starting to rain all of a sudden. But yeah, I can't really live off of one. So that's just some stuff that's kind of on my mind right now. Is the finances. So major things that have really impacted my credit are the fact that I defaulted on my student loan, so now I'm about to get back in a decent standing with them. Hopefully. But I just printed out part of the application this week. Didn't really look over it, but I have it with me, so I'm going to do a lot of this financial planning tonight and tomorrow. And then I'll see what I can do about schooling, maybe with Capella, if I can like get into a program that's can get a doctoral degree and not have to really worry about the APA accreditation. Because right now, honestly, that is an issue, and it's going to be $2,000 or so for me to even get back into that program. I owe John $2,000. I'm going to be paying off this loan for nearly $1,500 for my retirement loan once I take it back out again. Or an option is not taking out that loan actually, and seeing if I can just go to the court and make a payment plan. That could work too. I don't know what I think about that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think it through a little bit more. But the issue I'm having right now with this weed business stuff is the legal stuff. The fact that I can't really talk about it with anybody I really know, other than San Diego friends, because they kind of know me on a level that I feel like doesn't have a lot of judgment involved. There's no religious expectations and all this kind of stuff. They just know me as someone that they know, from school, as a drinking buddy, and they do know that I have a religious background. They never really hid that from anybody. But I feel like I'm more able to be authentic with them and open with them, and I don't have to worry about I grew up with these guys, and what are they going to think about me? Are they going to tell all these other people that I still know, that know my parents, and then, so yeah, it's hard to get tipped off, to get, I don't want them to get tipped off about stuff like me smoking weed or me dating ladies and stuff like that. But one thing I do like is that I'm decent with online related stuff, but I feel like I'm at a space now where I want a small business running for myself. If I could even make $18 an hour, or close to, let's see, if I get nearly if I get nearly $2,000 a month, working even 20 hours a week on a business, if I could get one up to that point, it's basically I'm making double what I'm making now, because I'm working half the time, and then I could still work part-time, or scale up the business. If I were working 40 hours a week, I'd be making double the amount that I'm making now, which means I'd be able to afford still not much, but slightly more than what I can afford now, because I can barely afford rent without the loans and everything right now, which is the main issue I'm having, is because these loans are killing me. Because when I have loans, I basically have no money, and it gets really stressful, because I'm always thinking, okay, my car's so old, and I did put a lot into it, and luckily it's staying afloat, but oh man, I've been taking some hard hits. I had my car battery conk out on me, and that ran me an extra buck. I had, unfortunately, I lost my instruments. I just found out over the last week or two. Lost the violin from Carlos. I lost the acoustic guitar from my dad. Maybe all that's left is going to be my electric guitar, if I can get it back as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully Monday when I get back, it'll still be there. But I'm going to try and call them up on Friday or Saturday and see if it's still there, if I can make a payment over the phone. And then I wanna make this garden. I wanna do a homegrown garden with some basic veggies, but I do want to grow quite a bit of produce. Maybe I'm thinking tomatoes, spinach, and kale, because those are things I'll definitely eat, and those are things I definitely love the flavor of garden grown. But I don't want to be negative about it and put too much negative energy into it, really. It's just another financial, payment. I also thought about, trying to see if I can grow weed, I'll get some marijuana seeds, get some plants up and growing, and once they're grown, I mean, I'd have to pay for a grow space or find a grow space or wait till I move and have a grow space. Or if this small business if these small business ideas do launch, that would work too. But yeah, my friend gave me a good idea when it comes to technology and gaming and stuff like that. Like maybe getting back into that because I like it so much and it's entertaining, but the learning curve is very steep for that. I feel like I'm good at psychology related stuff, but the problem with psychology is that I need a license, I need certain credentials. All I really have right now is a master's degree, but I do have quite a lot of experience, and I do have certain practices under my belt, like ISTDP, definitely, CBT, definitely, some different types of case management skills, assessment skills, stuff like that. So, and just the fact that I don't get paid a lot, and that I am getting a bunch of deductions. I mean, I'm getting just reamed on like all possible orifices at this point. Because I have a brain on me, I've got the energy behind me, I've got the motivation. It's just, the job I do have drains that energy, and it becomes very disappointing when I get a paycheck and I'm like, finally, I'm like waiting for my paycheck every 2 weeks, and finally I get it, and I'm like, finally my check is in, and I look at it and I'm like, shit, this isn't going to cover what I need, and I'm still going to be in debt, can't pay off these loans, and it's just stuff that's always in the back of my mind. And I honestly spent mostly up until this year, 2018, most of the end of last year, kind of just avoiding it all, in all honesty. I was just so overwhelmed by it all. I was like, I see no method out of this. I didn't have any guidance. It was hard for me to like work and like function, and then having roommates in that situation. Now that I don't really have roommates at this point in time, and I have been in this space for almost 1 whole year, when it comes to January 5th, that was my move-in date. My whole goal was live cheaper, pay off all my stuff, be able to get a more decent place. But I don't really want to live with people. I'm thinking if I could take my residential loan, I don't know if I have to be the sole, I don't know what you call it, the sole person living there. These are just some things I have to think about. So, yeah, I mean, all this is generally on my mind most of the time, but, it's nice to have a long drive every now and then. Like, I just drove to LA from San Diego. It's the night before Thanksgiving 2018, and I am just driving there right now. So, I'm just getting off the 110 freeway onto PCH right now. And I did just listen to a bunch of podcasts. A couple spiritual-based podcasts on Gaia, the Gaia app. But it's just things like that. I feel like I have to go through like apps and technology and the computer. I feel like if I can't make a job work without having to drive someplace or sit someplace else or do something some other place, because that's resources every day. I'm losing money by making money, which is fine. If at the end of the day I'm making more money than I'm spending, that's fine. But it needs to be a significant amount. And with all the deductions, I feel like it's I could do without the $600 in deductions every single month, just from freaking health insurance alone. Health insurance is costing me an arm and a leg, literally, and I don't even have any major health conditions. I feel like the gym should be like the best option for me as far as my health is concerned. If I can just eat a little more organically, a little more healthy, and usually that kind of, my eating is usually based on what's going to happen when I get home, you know? Because if nobody's there when I get home, if nobody's around and I don't see anyone and I don't have to deal with anybody, I'm totally willing to come home and cook some food or meal prep on the weekend. I don't like people popping in on me. I don't like people there. I don't want people talking to me. I don't want to interact with anyone. I don't want people seeing what I'm doing or looking at what I'm doing or being in any way involved. This person just walked across the street right out in front of the car on the highway. This person's an idiot. Anyways, these are kind of just my random ranting thoughts about finances at the moment. But I'm just getting so worried because I don't want to get in trouble because I'm running around town driving without a license. I'm running around town driving and just, I don't know. I'm acting like I have freedom that I don't really have, basically. So let me shut this off.